right, so you learned all the major chords, the minor chords, the diminished chords, and the augmented chords, and I told you that everything else was based on those 4 types of chords. That was true. I also told you those are the only types of legitimate triads, and that was true. But they are not the only types of 3-note chords. There's one more kind of chord that you need to know about, and that's the sus chord. Now, this is just taking one of the major chords or one of the minor chords and changing it. So it is an adaptation of a chord you already know. It's not really its own thing, but it shows up frequently enough, and it's a 3-note chord. I figured I should throw it in here with the rest of the 3-note chords. Here's what happens. You already know this chord right here is a C major chord. Well, this is the 1, this is the 3, and the 5, because that's the first note and the third note and the 5th note if we were playing that scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we don't always play the 1, the 3, and the 5. Occasionally, we'll play the 1, the 2, and the 5, or the 1, the 4, and the 5. And if you do this, it kind of creates suspense. So it's called a suspended chord. And usually, it just changes into whatever chord it was built off of. So if it's a C suspended chord, it'll usually just kind of lean into a C chord. There's 2 kinds of suspensions. Taking this middle note, we're calling it the 3, and either moving it down to the 2, or taking that 3 and moving it up to the 4. So this is a suspended 4, this is a suspended 2. If we just say suspended, we're referring to the 4, because the 4 is more suspensey than the 2, because there's only a half step between the 3 and the 4, and so it's not that far for that 4 to lean into that 3. For the 2, it's kind of a bigger jump for it to move up. So it's not quite as compelling. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.